Kim again, part 2 for superworms and mealworms. So my superworms have started to turn into beetles. I have 2 beetles and 6 in the pupa stage. A couple of them starting to turn into beetles. And now what we're going to do is we're going to set up our container for our beetles. You always want to separate out the beetles. Pull them as they turn into beetles. Don't just put all your pupa and your beetles all in the same container, because you don't want the beetles to eat the pupa. So since we have 2 beetles, they of course need to eat and move around. So we are going to take our 2 beetles and get them into their home. First thing we want to do is we want to put about an inch worth of oats. Oats. Everything has oats. Now, so we have our oats covering the bottom. I have all my holes on the top. Because like I said in the first video, I put them in the side of the container so that when I put the lids on it, I can stack them without blocking the holes. So they still have these holes all around the side. So we have our oats in here. Of course, again, with the cardboard egg carton things that they can, I know my mealworms, the superworms, like to chew holes in them and stuff. But they provide nice dark places for them to hide and lay their eggs, so we do that. And banana peels for moisture. It's probably a little much for just 2 beetles, but I do have more that are becoming beetles, so I'll be checking on those every day. Also, we'll go ahead and throw some carrots in here. Their containers already have carrots in them. So all I'm going to do is take this entire container and dump it. We have our, I don't know if you can see it, we have our little beetle in there. So we'll just kind of dump them in here. There's 1 beetle. And here's number 2. Now when they go into their pupa stage, I don't know where oh, there's my things. My tongs, because yeah, last video, you know, I don't like touching them. I won't touch them. But they shed right before they turn into pupa, so make sure you remove that. I already took it out of the other container, and he's hiding already. But we'll take this guy and put him or her in there. Dump its oats in there. Yep, going straight under the egg cartons to hide. Oh, there's 2 egg cartons here. Make sure it's not on this one. Ooh. I don't like touching them. I won't touch them. Oh, there it is. It's in here. They like to hide in the dark. So I put those down there. And this is done. Just make sure you put your lid on nice and secure. And make sure to always keep something in here moist for them to eat. That's how they get their water. So banana peels are really good. That's one very popular thing that I've seen in my research. And carrots were real popular when they were mealworms. So I figured I'd put carrots in here as well. There's those, and I will keep an eye on the rest of my pupa. As you can see, I added a carrot into this one because he's starting to turn into a beetle. That way, if I miss him, like I did these 2, he'll have something when he wakes up, or when he turns into a beetle. So we'll put this in the closet where it's nice and dark and warm, and they will make babies. We'll keep an eye on this so that as I get more and more beetles in here, if I see any eggs or anything like that, because from what I've seen, the eggs, they form, it'll be like a mass in the oats, and all the oats will be stuck to it or whatever. So I'll keep an eye out for that. And I'll try and separate my beetles out as they lay eggs. That way I can get as many eggs and hatchings as I can get without the beetles eating the babies or the eggs. Okay, so another thing I wanted to touch on is this is the container that we have just the straight superworms in. So what I need to do is on a regular basis, I go in and I pull all of the old carrots out. Kind of clean it up a little bit, add new carrots. I did start adding banana peel as well, but you always want to keep these fed, even though they'll do well without the carrots and the banana peel and just the straight oats, but they won't do very long because of course everything needs moisture and water. So kind of clean it up a little bit, and then what we need to do is, since we have 2 empty containers from where 2 of our superworms became beetles, we're going to need to pick out 2 of the larger superworms that we have in here and refill these containers, put new superworms in here. That way we always have an influx of beetles. I'm gonna go ahead and put a carrot in each of these because I was really bad and I haven't fed them in a little bit. So I'll go ahead and put a carrot in each of those, let them eat on that for a little bit. In about a week, I'll take that carrot out. Maybe even throw a little bit of fresh oats in there. And then I'll empty it in about a week. So that it's just them. Put my new dates on those. It's been just over a month since we did our last video. So it took about a month for them to actually start turning into beetles. Okay? And I'll go get my moths to show you my waxworms. Alright, so you remember we set up the waxworm farm? Here are the waxworms, and there are lots and lots of little moths in here. This has not been touched since I set it up. So it's not been opened, anything like that. They're using the honey and the corn syrup that we added in here and mixed with the oats. They're eating and getting all of their moisture from all of that. They'll breed in here and then they'll die. Once all the moths die, then I'll remove them. I'll kind of try and sift through it, clean it out a little bit, get all the shells from when they turned into their cocoons and emerged as moths. I'll clean all that out and give it a few more days, maybe a couple more weeks, and check for new waxworms. So they'll lay all their eggs on the cardboard egg cartons and drink carton in here. I'll probably end up, once all the moths die off and stuff and I go to clean it out, I'll probably end up adding some crumpled brown paper bags as well for more places for them to lay their eggs. Alright, so watch for that update. Alright, so that's it. You guys be safe, have fun, and take on, my friends.